Another question I have. I remember very well reading the Wings of Glory series. That one book had a rape. I think it was Jack raped Ruth. Well, he attempted to rape her. And that was
Not Jack.
really difficult.
Jack was the good. Jack was the good
I know
guy.
Jack was a
Jack
good
was the good
guy.
guy.
I know it was
There
the
was
other.
the bad.
Sorry.
There was the yeah. He would never. He was a good guy. There was the bad guy who. There was an attempted rape scene. Yes.
So how do you write scenes like that? And also in Embers in the London Sky, in the beginning, the husband is incredibly abusive. So do you find that hard to write? How do you cope with that mentally to write that kind of scene?
It's very difficult. I really have to be in the right frame of mind because I become that character when I'm in that. I have to get into that person's skin and feel what they're feeling and think what they're thinking.
Wait, the
And that's
abuser or the
important.
person being abused or both?
Well, the point of view character, the whoever is like for example, so in Memory Between Us, it would have been Ruth's scene, and the guy Bernsey who's attacking her. I was in Ruth's point of view, so I was thinking like Ruth. However, I also have to mentally think like the attacker too, because I have to get their words right. I have to get their emotion, the actions right. I have to get their thought process right. So how are they going to react to what she's just said or just done? So there's a certain bit of almost like acting that we do as authors. We're imagining ourselves as all the characters in the scene at some point,
Mm.
so we can get those bits of dialogue right. Um, yeah, those ones can be hard. I've had a couple of scenes like that where they're really difficult to write. And you just draw on emotions that you've been through at some point. I've never been physically abused, but I was emotionally abused. So I can draw on that sense of that the suppressed anger, the unfairness of it all, the hopelessness of it all. So you can draw on those emotions and amplify them. I've never been raped, hallelujah. But I've been in situations where I felt trapped, physically or emotionally. And so you draw on those emotions. So there's a lot of imagining what you would do in those certain circumstances, but it isn't me because I am not Ruth Doherty in A Memory Between Us, and Ruth has a very different background than I do,
Mm.
and so I have to become Ruth and what Ruth has gone through in her life, and I have to imagine how she is going to react because she's going to react differently. And Aleda in Embers in the London Sky, she is not me. She has a different history. She's a different personality. And so I have to imagine how somebody with that history and that personality is going to react in those circumstances.
That must be fascinating.
It's fun. It's hard sometimes, but it's fun.